Boom. Awesome. We're in the midst, guys. Welcome to the call, man. As you guys know, each and every single Monday, this is where the gang is at. I will never miss an event that I qualify for because this is an event. And tonight on this lovely, lovely event, we're hearing from our newest chairwoman outside of the family, and inside of the family. And listen, I'm so excited to hear her train tonight because this is actually going to be my first time hearing her train. I watched Taylor over the past 12 months just grow into an amazing entrepreneur. I mean, when she first came through the door, she was already lit. And to see what she's grown into over the past 12 months has been amazing. The success that her organization is having, like I said earlier, she's somebody who's leading with speed, but also leading with class, leading with speed and also leading with class. And she's doing it the right way. She's having a lot of success in the group. I mean, her mom just broke platinum 5,000. Her mom will be in LA with us, right? So Taylor, organization, like seeing her and Martez, I don't want to go into the whole love story deal, but I remember when Martez first met her, like he sent me a video, it was like, bro, this is my wife. And to see now what they've grown into and the relationship they have and the way that they're building their organization, it is just a sight to see. And I saw the numbers, and listen, we're going to be celebrating Taylor at Chairman 25 very soon. So if I were you, I would have a notepad. I would listen. I would get in my most humble state to listen to somebody who was actually the fastest chairman inside of the group. So what I'm about to do now is unmute Miss Taylor Allen. If I can find her, somebody let me know what Taylor's name is. I always forget. I think it's C100. Nope, not C100. Let me try chairwoman. Nope. Not, oh, there it is. I see it. Boom. So Taylor, you are unmuted, and the floor is yours.
Perfect. Got it. Thank you so much, Riyadh. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. I appreciate the love, of course. I feel all the love. Love you guys so much. And, first I just have to say, thank you, God, because literally everything that I'm going to talk about tonight, you guys, is literally just God working in my life. It really is. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me and see me? Let me know. Okay. Am I good, Riyadh?
In the mix.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure. Thank you. So yeah, everything that I'm gonna go over tonight is really just, God, it's really Him, in my life. Even on my best day, I say it all the time, on my best day, I could not have created a life like this. On my best day, whoever you think I am, whoever you believe me to be, whoever I've shown you, it's literally just a reflection of God in my life, so I just wanted to start out with saying that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if I ever told this to Riyadh, but I literally have thought about this moment. It's hilarious 1,000 times. You can ask Tez. I've thought about this exact moment on a Mindset Mastery 1,001 times. I kid you not. And it's so funny. I am gonna train tonight. I'm really excited. Drop some fire in the chat because I definitely am going to train tonight. But I want to tell you a little bit just about my story, a little bit, how I even got involved in this opportunity, and just, how I even got, in this organization, because it really is a beautiful story, kind of like what Riyadh was already saying. But it really is a beautiful story. And I do want to start off with telling it really quickly. And I literally, I already knew about I Am before I got plugged into I Am. I was in a relationship with somebody who was in I Am. So, when you follow one person who trades, you end up following all kinds of people, right? So somehow, some way, I started following Riyadh, right? I don't know how, but I started following Riyadh, and I kid you not, I used to watch his story every Monday night, and I was in California. So by the time Mindset Mastery was over, it would be nighttime in Cali, and I would watch his story to read the quotes. I kid you not. Sometimes you don't appreciate your leadership or appreciate what you have access to, but I'm telling you guys, I didn't have access, and I used to watch Mindset Mastery from Instagram, like reading the quotes. And I used to think like, man, like what was he talking about? Like, oh my gosh, but I would settle for the quotes. I was cool with the quotes. So I would literally watch it all the time. So it's so funny, I'm gonna connect that in a second, but I literally, I was exposed to the opportunity already, and I thought it was so beautiful. Also, when I seen Riyadh do these calls, you guys, I didn't know he was in IM. I honestly didn't know what company he was in. I didn't know anything like that. I just thought he was just an entrepreneur, influencer, and so I was in that specific situation for about 5 years, going on 6 years. And when I was exposed to this information, I was with this person. He was actually in Gary McSween's organization, which is an amazing organization. And this was an abusive relationship, and so it was, physically, emotionally, mentally abusive. And I tell people all the time, like, Forex really saved my life. And I don't mean it by figuratively, like, I mean literally. Forex, this opportunity really saved my life, and this is last year, when I decided, I want a life that's beautiful. I want a life where I could be treated correctly. I don't want to live like this, and it took a near-death experience for me to make that decision, and that's why I said, the life that you see, I didn't create this. I know what I created. It was a mess. I know what I created. It was havoc. This was something that God created. What you see now, God created this. I was dead set on being in this particular situation. So much so that I was actually engaged to this person. I was engaged to this person. And it was the near-death experience. I had a mild concussion, basically. And I realized, like, Taylor, you could literally die. You could die. And what would you have to show for it? What are you going to do? What decision are you going to make? And let me show you guys how God really lined this up. Because I'm not a victim of anything. Don't miss it. I'm not a victim at all. Okay, you don't need to be sad for me. I love you. You don't have to be sad for me. This is a beautiful, beautiful story. It gets even better. It gets even better. This is just getting started. So get this. So I break off the whole everything. I cancel everything. I didn't want no money back. I didn't want no deposits back. Send the dress back. Send everything back. I don't want none of it. And when I made this decision, you guys, I lost everything. I lost where I was staying. I lost my Audi. I lost my church. I lost my gym. Sometimes you got to make decisions where you lose everything, where you put everything on the line. That's how much I knew my life mattered more. That's how much I knew that there was more out for me, that I was willing to give up everything. And no, it didn't feel good. No, it didn't feel amazing. I was unsure. I was insecure. I was scared. I'm literally was with a person since I was 18 years old. I'm 20 something. I'm in a majority Christian environment. So everybody literally at the same time was saying, Taylor's going through something crazy. I don't know what she's doing. She's wilding, because nobody knew what was going on behind closed doors. So when I broke off everything, it was like, whoa, she is going through a crisis. She is going through something crazy. I don't know what's going on with her. Like, she's wilding. She moved to Atlanta. What the heck? Who is this new guy? It was all kinds of stuff I was hearing. And I did that specifically on purpose because I knew that I had to heal in a certain way. I didn't need to talk down on anybody. I didn't need to speak about anything. I needed to make sure that I was put in the best possible position to hear from what God wanted, right? So about 2 weeks from making that decision, Martez, you guys know him, right? Martez Spearman, the one we all know and love, posts on his story that he's going to see Bob Proctor, okay? And he says he's coming to LA, right? So yes, I slide in his DMs. I do. I say, LA, what's up? Something of the sort, okay? And me and Tess had already kind of knew each other. And, I'm seeing him on the leaderboards and all this other stuff, so I'm kind of acquainted already. And he comes to LA because he's there to see Bob Proctor, right? And so we link up, and it's great, and it's amazing. And honestly, the first day I saw him, that was the first conversation we had. I told him everything that happened on the spot. I told him everything, right? So because he knew everything too. He was like, you was kind of like engaged, about to get married, what's going on? First day there, I told him everything, literally. And I really have to shout out Tez right now, real quick in this moment, because from the very first day I met him, he literally poured life into me every single day. If you ever been in a position where you're abused, whether it's physically, verbally, mentally, there's a certain spot you get where you don't even believe in yourself, where you don't even think of yourself as anything. I knew I wanted more, but I literally was just like, I didn't have any confidence. I didn't even think that I could build a business. If you're on this call right now and you don't even think you could build a business, you can't even see yourself on a call with 500 something plus people. I'm telling you, me too. Same. And he literally spoke life into me every single day. And then he backed it up with his action. But get this. So we're in LA and it's the day before he's about to leave. Okay? And we're at the mall. We're at the Beverly Hills Center. And Tez is doing crazy stuff. We in Versace, we in places, stores I never even been in, right? And he's telling me to try it on. He's telling me to take pictures of it. And I'm like, you wild. And I'm just very uncomfortable the whole time. And so Tez pulls out his phone and he hops on a call. And you guys, it's Mindset Mastery. And I literally I'm looking, I'm trying not to freak out, right? But I'm literally like, yo, I'm looking at the phone like, and at this time I didn't know Riyad's name was Riyad. I thought his name was Raya D. So I was like, that's Raya. Oh my God. Like, oh my gosh. And then Tez gets to talking on the call. So I'm like, yo, Tez is that guy. I'm like, oh my God, he's talking on Mindset Mastery. He's on Mindset Mastery. Riyad is in IM. Riyad trades Forex. And I even tell Tez, oh my God, that's Riyad. And then, no, Tez tells me, yeah, this is Riyad, my chairman, blah, blah, blah. And I say, his name is Riyad. Wow. I thought his name was Raya D. Jones. In my head, that was really his name. And so he's telling me, no, his name is Riyad. And he thinks it's hilarious too. But I'm low-key, shook. Okay, because you got to think, I didn't really know too much about self-development. I didn't really know too much about, feeding your brain and feeding your mind. So I'm going through Tez's Bob Proctor notebooks, I was there, I felt like I was okay, I'm finessing over here. I'm getting Mindset Mastery, I'm getting a little Bob Proctor notes. This is kind of lit. A new boo. It's lit over here, So literally, that was really just such a life-changing experience. How God's timing was so on point. Me and Tez talk about it. If he would have came a week earlier, I would not have went out with him. I would not have seen him. Everything was so on point, literally. And so I obviously, I never had plugged into the company, so I was able to plug in, right? And Tez, he's such a businessman, he was just kind of like, dang, I'm so sorry that happened to you, dang, man, that's so sad. Have you ever signed up, in IM? And I was like, no. He said, did you guys have separate accounts, And I was like, no, I never signed up. And he was like, oh, okay, but you basically know everything about the business, And I'm like, yeah, I went to events. And he okay. So you could sign up again. Yeah, you're gonna sign up again. And I was like, at this time, I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. He's like, yeah, you could. Oh, that's lit. That's all I needed to know. So, tell me something. So he switches the convo, but at this time, I'm literally just like, okay, I don't know, but that seed that he planted kind of stuck with me, right? And so July 3rd, I literally decided to get plugged into this amazing organization. It changed my life. The next 365 days was amazing. So yes, just a couple of days ago, it was my 1 year, a part of this amazing organization. And just to see, what has transpired, what has happened, has literally just transformed everything. I just am so blessed. I barely find words, for everything that happened, right? So I just had to tell you guys that. And I am so excited to get into this next part. Okay, so I got to tell you guys, so my first official Mindset Mastery that I was invited to. Okay, I did tell you this, Riyad, but my first official Mindset Mastery that I went to, I was invited. I got the link. I was in the chat. Okay, and it was amazing. My first one, Riyad gets on the call, And, you know, I got my screenshot ready. I got my notebook ready and my screenshot ready, right? Because I'm like, it's lit. I have no idea how I ended up in this org, but let's get it, right? I'm ready because I already knew what it was. So the first Monday Mindset I ever was on, Riyadh talks about being a player or being on the bench. So you got to think, I ain't never did a network marketing company before. You know, this is a chairman call. I'm not nothing. I just signed up. So to hear either you're going to be a player, or you're going to be on the bench, or you're going to be in the stands for your first Mindset Mastery is kind of like, whew, sheesh, you know? And I'm sitting there, you guys, I got really uncomfortable in my stomach. You know, sometimes when you're hearing a leader talk and you low-key want to put fire in the chat box, but at the same time it's hurting you, like it's like, ooh, you know? So that was literally how I felt listening to the call. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting hype. I feel like I'm believing in myself, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh, but slow down. Oh, yes, exactly. You sure was. That's crazy. You was. I remember that. You was like in the bathroom or something. That is crazy. Yes. So, dang, that's wild. So, literally, I'm taking the notes down, and guys, I decide that day. I made a decision. I was sitting in the car at my mom's house. I made a decision that day. I said, I'm going to be a player. Everybody type player in the chat box. I said, I'm going to be a player. I don't know what the heck that means. I don't know what kind of points I'm going to have to put up. I don't know how much time I'm going to be in the game, but I got to be a player. Based off of what Riyadh said, I got to be a player. I don't got no stats, no rank flyers, no nothing. Y'all don't even know me as the woman there. I'm nobody. I said I have to be a player. So tonight, I'm going to give you some things. I'm going to get into the training now. I'm going to give you guys some things that really helped my business from March to now, literally. In March, you guys, I want you to type a 56 in the chat box. I'm about to blow your mind right now. In March 1st, I just looked at it. March 1st, I had 56 people in my business. I had 56 people in my business in March. 56 people in my business in March. A little bit over 100 days later, Chairwoman 10. So if you're a Platinum 1000, put a me in the chat box. If you're a Platinum 1000, you have to be in California. You must be crazy. There's a reason why you're on this call tonight. I have 56 people in my business March 1st. It is now July, and of course, I hit Chairwoman last month. It was a little bit over 100 days. So in 100 days, you could be a six-figure earner. Do you believe that? Put a yes or no. Do you believe that you can touch six figures? But let me tell you something else, because my family know I don't sell dreams. I'm a very realistic type of leader. Is that okay with y'all? I'm a very, like, let's be real about it, okay? Because I wanted to hype you first, though. I had to hype you first, all right? Because I want y'all to feel like Taylor hyped me, okay? I did have to hype you first. But I got to keep it real with you. And I got to pull out the board for this. Let me zoom in a little bit, all right? We're going to have fun tonight. Check this out. So, you guys, this is what you guys saw, right? You guys saw 56 people. I was a Platinum 1000. So I was a P2, but I dropped to P1, obviously, 56 people, right? And then 100-something days later, you guys saw C10, right? This is what you guys saw. This is what you clapped for. This is the girl y'all love. I love her too. She's dope. But let me be real with you. She didn't do this. It wasn't this girl that did this. I got to tell you the truth. It wasn't her. It was this girl. All of these. If you in the lab, there's a statement right after in the lab. What is that statement? Everybody put it in the chat. When you see my family, put it in there with them. 30 for 30. Every day. I did 30 for 30 up here so that this could happen. Couldn't miss a day. Couldn't miss a moment. because I knew that every single moment that God gave me, I knew every single day that God gave me after that day was for a purpose. I had to help somebody. I had to talk somebody. See, some of you guys have the luxury of taking a day off. I didn't have that luxury. I don't have that. I didn't have that luxury, right? Here, let me get closer. My bad, y'all. All right? So when I was going 30 for 30, no P1000s, no P600s. I know y'all like my flyers on Instagram. No P1000s, no P600s. Drop the rank. I never lost P1, thanks be to God, but I lost P2. No P1000s, no P600s. Drop the rank. You know that thing called retracement that everybody was talking about? In the lab, they didn't even know it was a retracement, because I had to show up every single day. They thought that right now was the best time to join IM. They didn't know the best time to join IM was in Dallas. They thought the best time to join was now. Riyadh talks about La La Land. Everybody talk La La Land in the chat. You want to know what this was? La La freaking Land. La La Land. And you want to know what? Whole time people calling me chairwoman, because I had to act like it. It's free to tell yourself a story. You might as well tell yourself the story you like, right? So it wasn't this girl. I'm not about to talk to you about this girl. This girl didn't get it done. I didn't get it done. It was her who got it done. This is the one who got it done. This is the one you should clap for. This is the one who you want to take notes from. This is the one who you want to hear from, right? Let's hop into it. And I'm going to ask you guys to type in the chat. My family know this. This is how I know you listening to me. So, just have the chat box up. You don't even got to look at me. It's cool. All right? So what I did Riyadh, I knew I was going to do this call. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I really did. So I was like, you know what? Going Platinum 5,000, I'm going to write down everything I did so that when I do Mindset Mastery, I can literally tell them what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I literally look at this. I have a note card. It says what we did to go P5000. Like, what we did to go, right? Because I was like, you know what? He gonna ask me, and I gotta be able to tell them, and we track everything, right? And what I'm about to tell you guys, so what I'm about to tell you though is what did this. So I'm about to tell you what did do this though, okay? What I implemented that allowed me to do this. And then also in my notebook, this is my chairwoman notebook, what we did to go chairwoman, I literally wrote rinse and repeat. So I didn't do anything different to go chairwoman. It was the same exact thing. So what I'm about to tell you is literally what I did to go Platinum 5,000 and then what I did to go chairwoman, right? But I'm going to tell you the mindset behind it, what I was thinking behind it, okay? So the first thing that we did to go P5000, this is major, is we clocked in. Can everybody type clocked in the chat box? This was our job. See, sometimes when you get involved in this opportunity, you dedicate less time. Makes no sense. Why would you dedicate mediocre time and expect greatness type of results? We clocked in every day. 30 for 30, right? I just had you guys type that every day. The reason why our family, they didn't feel the retracement because nothing changed. We still had trainings. We still was talking about events. We still was making up new calls to do, new events to have. We clocked in every single day. We didn't dedicate less time. We dedicated more time. Sometimes when things don't go your way, that's when you say, I think I'm gonna take a step back. Like, what? Take a step back? So you're gonna do less than what you was doing before to get more results? That don't make no sense. We wanna dedicate more time. I wanna show up overtime. I wanna do more opportunity calls. I wanna call my people much more. If I'm not getting the results that I want, I have to do it more. I'm talking about for 6 months, my business was at a gridlock. No new ranks, no new nothing. Imagine showing up for 6 months, day in and day out. You lose 10, get 5. Lose 15, get 10. I'm talking about back and forth so much. I stopped logging into my back office probably around like October. I just stopped logging in. I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna log into that. That's just, it's bad energy. It's bad energy. I'm not logging in there. Right? Because I literally was just like, it's just not matching. You know what? La La Land is better than the back office. I'm gonna just go to La La Land. That's where I'm gonna just be at. Okay? So that was the first thing we did. We clocked in. No days off. I do not believe in days off. You guys, in this whole entire year, last week was the first time I saw my mom in Cali. That was the first time I even went back to Cali. Crazy thing is, and I promise you it was not planned, the day I go back to Cali is the exact day that I made the decision to leave that relationship. I kid you not. I literally looked at the calendar. I was like, whoa, no way. Right? But that's how specific God is. See, you think God is just doing crazy stuff up there. I used to think that too. And then I found out he's very methodical. I found out he's very specific. I feel like he's actually the best planner in the entire world, right? So that was the first thing we did. We showed up every single day. No days off. Absolutely none. The day I took off would be the day that I missed out on Aliana. The day I took off, the day I didn't want to make the call, that would be the day that Taylor P was going to sign up, right? The day I didn't post, that would be the day that Kat was looking at my story to see if I was going to post. See, I did not have the luxury of taking the day off. I didn't have the luxury of not posting 10 times a day. I didn't have that luxury. So if you have that luxury, what I need you to do, I talked about the other day, get very dissatisfied. Get very dissatisfied from where you are. Stop trying to distract yourself or excuse yourself or try to manipulate yourself to think, oh yeah, I'm doing good. Oh yeah, I'm going to Gucci today. I'm going to YSL tomorrow. Stop. Get dissatisfied where you are so that you can get out of that space. So that you can get out of that place. Say, I'm very uncomfortable. I don't like it here. I don't like my clothes. I don't like where I live. I don't like the car I drive. Get so dissatisfied so that you can move outside of that, so you can move past that. I was so dissatisfied with everything. I lost my car. I lost my place. The place where I was living at, I did not like it. I didn't even have a car. I didn't even like the clothes that I had. I'm around rich people. You hang around Tez, Riyadh, and Sidney Jones. That's probably the worst thing you could do. Riyadh wears sweaters. I don't even know who the heck the people are. I'm so dissatisfied. I don't even like it here. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I don't even know who these people are that he wearing. Dang, I just found out about Gucci. You know, how do you, and then I'm gonna move to the next point. How do you get so dissatisfied, Taylor? Because I'm feeling stagnant. I'm feeling stuck. Okay, this is the number one way to increase your dissatisfaction is increase your desire. Get around people who got more. Do things that are different, right? Me and Sydney was talking about this one day. We wasn't really into brands, right? Like that has just never really been my thing. Now I don't even look at something unless it costs a certain price. It's not even about the price. It's just the desire increase. And as soon as you increase your desire, trust me, your dissatisfaction is going to go way up. You love your Kia now until you go sit in an Audi, until you go sit in a Bentley, until you go sit in a Rolls Royce. Then your Kia is just kind of like, what's up with this? This is like a toy car. All right. I used to have a Kia. All right. So I can say that. All right. The second thing that we did, this is very, very important. This is the type of job that you have to love. Everybody type love in the chat. This is one of those things. You ever had, like, oh, another job that you're like, you gotta love being a teacher to be a teacher. You know, you gotta love being a nurse. Like people who work in a nursing home, you gotta love doing that. That's one of those jobs that you gotta love. Otherwise, you're not gonna be good at it. You're gonna get fired. They're gonna fire you, or a patient is just not gonna mess with you, right? This is one of those jobs, you guys, that you have to love doing. I realized that I didn't love my business when I was P2 going P5. That's when I realized I was not loving my business. So I'm telling you, you can get all the way to P2 and probably to P5 thinking you loving your business, but you really not loving your business. I realized I didn't love my business. Like right now, this is a perfect way to test if you love your business. If I was to put everybody who's in your business, if I was to put their name in a hat, and I was to pull somebody's name out, and I was to ask you, Naja, what time zone does this person live in? Could you answer that? If I was to pull their name out of a hat, and I said, what is their schedule? Would you be able to answer that? If I was to pull their name out of a hat, and I say, what is their love language? How do they even receive coaching? Would you be able to tell me that? I love it for my people who saying yes. I love it. If I was to pull their name out of a hat, and I ask you, have they made money this week? Can you answer me? And I'm not talking about your favorite 5 people that you call. I'm saying I put everybody in your business in a hat. And I said, did they make money this week? How much money have they lost? What trainings have they missed? What is their work schedule? Sometimes we talking to people about PIPs and support and resistance, and you have no idea what that person can't even pay their energy bill. They don't want to talk to you about PIPs, and they worried about their lights getting cut off. Why are we over here talking about P1000 and you're worried about personal problems? Why? I can't talk to you. I need to know who you are. I need to know what you're feeling. I need to know what you're thinking. I need to know, like, how many siblings do you have? How is your relationship with God? What are you reading? I need to know that. See, sometimes we get so focused on, and there's nothing wrong with that because you want to win. I get it. Sometimes we get so focused on the big things that we forget the little things. And the little things is what prepares you for the big things. You want to know why God haven't gave you 100? Because you're not even grateful and taking care of the 10 that you have. You're not even thanking God for the 10 that you have. Some of my leaders, I tell them all the time, man, Taylor, I just did something, man, only 3 people responded. I said, wow, that's where we at now. You used to didn't have anybody on your team. You would have loved for 3 people to respond to you. Dang. But you worried about the 7 who didn't. That's wild to me. Because you didn't even have nobody. Man, that's crazy how things change. You gotta love on your business. I don't care if it's one person who shows up. You better love on that person. They showed up for their success. You better say, you know what, I'm working with this person 30 for 30. I don't care if you're unranked. I don't care what rank you have. I would much rather work with 3 focused people than 30 people I got to drag on down the line. Right? The last thing, and this is really, really big, okay? I believe that this is probably the biggest thing from P5 to chairwoman, right? This is probably the biggest thing from P5 to chairwoman. Is we went pro. Can everybody put pro in the chat box? We went pro. And when I say pro, I mean promotions. We went pro. Promotions are really the life of your business. They really are. I got so obsessed with promotions. I got obsessed with promotions. But let me tell you why. All right? And this is my thinking behind it. Okay? The reason why promotions are so big, and I told my leaders this, and I wish, man, if you're a P2 and below, put a 1 in the chat box. This right here, this one thing I wish I knew before P2000. Oh my goodness. Y'all think I did something now. If I knew this before I went P2000, oh my Lord. So I came up with this concept, right? And the concept was to minimize your goal. Everybody type minimize in the chat. Minimize your goal. And I know what you're thinking. Hold on now. I got Chairman 10 all over my wall, Taylor. You're tripping. I got it with big letters. Okay? I got it on my toilet. I got it on my toothbrush. I got it on my refrigerator. I want you to minimize your goal. And this is what I want you to do. I want you to maximize your service. Everybody type maximize my service. minimize your goal, maximize your service. That one thing changed my business. That one thing took it from 56 to over 500 plus. Minimizing my goal and maximizing my service. Well, how do I do that, Taylor? So this was my thinking. I'm a P2 going P5000. I have never went P5000. I have never went Chairman 10. But you want to know what I have done? I have gone P1000 and I have gone P600. So I do know how to do that. I know how to go P150 too. Okay, so rather than trying to chew on P5000, let's take little bites of P6 and P1000, right? Like I'm gonna show you guys, how many people does it take to go P1000? Put it in the chat. How many people do you need to hit P1? 30. I love it. How many P150s do you need to go P1? See, that's a different question. How many people do you need to go P1? It's 30. How many P150s do I need to create to go P1? That's how you minimize your goal and maximize your service. It's not about you going P1. It's about how many P150s can you create. It's not about you, because see, P1, see, this is what I used to do. I used to go, okay, P1000, oh my goodness, all you gotta do for P1000, Jaysha, is do 2 P600s and then do 2 P150s. You P1000 is done. See, P1000 seems less scary, doesn't it? Because you've done P6 and you've done P150. It seems very doable. Okay, that's 4 people. See, now you can appreciate the 4 people that responded to you, because those are the 4 people you're gonna work with to get to your next level. See, for me, P5000, I kind of was already imagining skipping P5000, so I knew 7 to 10 P1000s. 7 to 10 P1000s. Let me tell you guys the numbers. When I made this switch, because I actually did the numbers today. When I made this switch, this is what my business did. And these are my numbers. I stopped counting when I went chairman. Okay? So when I made this switch to my business, now remember, no P1000s, no P600s. Popped 6 months. From March to June, it was 15 P600s. Everybody type 15 in the chat. 15 P600s from this one switch. Minimizing my goal, maximizing my service. Remember I told you I got so obsessed? Because I knew how to do P600. I love walking somebody, I don't care who it is. I love walking you to P6 and then to P1. It's like my favorite thing to do now. P1000s, 13. Everybody type 13 P1000s. Thank you for the participation. Oh wait, I did count after chairman. Sorry, I did count after chairman. I did. 3 P2000s. Everybody type 3 P2000s. And P5000's 1. That's my mama. Shout out to my mama. Right? So you guys, chairwoman, it was like rinse and repeat. I'ma just do the same thing. I'ma just help as many people go P1000. I'ma just take all those P600s and make them P1000s. And then guess what? By default, other people started to rank up. They got inspired. We went pro. So guess what else now? Now people can say, dang, if I, like literally, I kid you not, and that's pretty much all I got except for one last thing. This girl signs up and it's so amazing, you know, but this is why going pro is so important. This is why promoting your people. It's not about you getting promoted. Like, it's really not. I love when I see, like I was at Riyadh and Sydney's the other day and they have their goal, but guess what? They also minimize their goal and maximize their service, meaning they have their goal, but underneath they say how many people they're going to help to get that goal done, right? I want 10 six-figure earners. I want 5 people who make an extra $10,000 a month. Like, that is how you minimize your goal and maximize your service, right? One thing that Tez always talks about, always, he literally tells me all the time, you get these people to the next level, your next level is done. How many does this person need? Even when I was going chairwoman, Taylor, how many? I know you close to chairwoman. I know you about to go chairwoman. Well, yeah, your P1000 is in there. Where's your P150? What's that date? Tell me your P150 date, because you know your P150 is in that, right? Because it's not about, I was listening to Bishop Bronner yesterday. It's not about what you can get. It's about what you can give. It's about what you can give. I know we got in this opportunity to get something. I know we got in this opportunity to get something and to receive something and to change our life, but it's really about how much you can give. My business was able to move like that because I just focused on giving. And I knew that P5 was going to be done by default. I knew that Chairwoman was going to be done by default because I literally was helping so many people. That's all I thought about. I thought about, how close are you to P1? How close are you to P6? That's the only thing I thought about. Nothing at all. I didn't think about anything else. But this girl, she hit me up. She literally was like, she just signed up, and she said, "Hey Taylor, I want to go P1000." And I'm thinking to myself, you don't even know what P1000 is. Like, how do you know that's what you want to do? Like, I have never heard nobody signed up and said they want to go P1, right? That was literally her goal. But she was like, because, I mean, you just post it all the time. So I'm just figuring that that's a good thing to be, right? Like, yeah, it is. It actually is. So let's go P1000, right? And this is what I want to leave you guys with. This was kind of like my mantra. When I was about 100 to Chairwoman, I found out that my grandpa had lung cancer, and he was perfectly fine. He was settled with the fact that, his life would probably be ending soon, right? And so I was about 100 to Chairwoman. Things were going haywire, by the way, in my business, personal life, all kinds of stuff was just happening. But that was really just the thing that really just was like, wow. And so I started thinking to myself about my last name first. Everybody type hashtag my last name first in the chat box. My last name first. Everything that I had went through, every call that I made, every no that I got seemed to die. It just seemed to just not exist anymore. It just didn't. And I tell you, certain things that used to matter did not matter in that moment to me anymore, and they still don't matter. But these next 6 months, to every single person who's on this call, if it does not have anything to do with your last name, I want you to hear me. It does not exist to you. It does not exist. If it does not have anything to do with your name or the names that is attached to you, it does not matter. I promise you, it probably feels like it matters right now. You're probably thinking about it right now. But I'm telling you, it did not matter. When I found out that he was going to be passing away soon, I said, I have to hit Chairwoman. He has to know that I hit Chairwoman. He's my last living grandparent. I said, he has to know. One of the biggest things about my grandma when she passed was that she doesn't know that I know how to cook now. She doesn't know that I work out. She doesn't know that I eat healthy. Like, all the things that she used to talk about all the time, she didn't get to know it. And my grandpa was like the first person who ever told me the word millionaire. I never even knew the word existed because I thought he was a millionaire, right? And when I found out that he was passing, I said, he has to know that I'm a six-figure earner. Now, does he care? Absolutely not. But I had to know that. Like, I had to make sure that he knew that if he's going to leave soon. See, my Chairwoman date, let me tell you, you got a go date in September or October, move it up. It's August 8th, I think is the day where the qualifications end. You have to be in Cali. Your new date is August 8th. Whatever the next level is. It has to be that. Move it up. See, I couldn't tell my grandpa I'm going to go Chairwoman in September. I'm going to go Chairwoman in December. I'm going to go Chairwoman in 2021. He might not be here. Your family may not even get to see it. And they may not even be sick. You just never know. Life is short and can be short. Right? God forbid something happens to somebody in your family. If it does not have anything to do with your last name, it does not matter. Everybody drop your last name in the chat box. I have to stress this. I have to. Seward, Bradley, Jackson, Gomez, Payton, Small, Pitts. If it don't got nothing to do with Simmons, you don't hear it. It's hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. We don't got nothing to talk about today. I got to get to the next level. We can't gossip today. We can't complain today. Not today. Because it ain't got nothing to do with Martin. It don't got nothing to do with it. It don't got nothing to do with Vega. Nothing at all. I love you, but if it don't got nothing to do with Coles for the next 6 months, McKinney, I can't do it. I can't go. I can't sacrifice this moment. This moment may not ever come again. I heard this quote about opportunities that people think, you know, procrastination is the belief that you'll have another opportunity. That's a very scary place to be. That you actually think that you're going to have another opportunity to do it for Green. That you think you're going to have another opportunity to do it for Wilson. That you think you're going to have another opportunity to do it for Brown, for Morgan, for Lopez, for Hutchinson. That's a lie. You may not ever have this opportunity again. You might be the only person in the Freeman family that can literally touch 6 figures in the next 6 months. You might be the only person in the Williams family that can literally pay cash for a funeral, pay cash for a family reunion. The only person in the Taylor family that can literally say, you know what, mama, I know you need that operation. I got it in cash today. You don't got to wait for nothing. You don't got to wait for nothing, Clark. You don't got to wait for nothing, Lopez. I'm going to pay it in cash today. Today, I'm actually paid in cash. Do you want to know why? Because you have $1 million at your fingertips. Everybody type fingertips. Some of y'all are watching me on your phone. You have $1 million at your fingertips. Don't play with this opportunity. If you think you have the luxury of having another moment, increase your desire so you don't think that no more. So you don't think that no more. Because guess what? What you going to tell the Robinson family? You going to tell them, oh, well, I didn't like the way that my mentor talked to me. Oh, my goodness. Well, I didn't like that my mentor didn't call me this day. Mama, I know you need this handle, but mama, I wanted to go party. Dang, I should have bought that book. What are you going to tell her? What are you going to tell them? You going to tell them that I had $1 million at my fingertips and I didn't take advantage of it? You going to tell them that I had $1 million at my fingertips and my mentor, the one who distracted me, you going to tell them I had $1 million at my fingertips, but I was too egotistical. I was too prideful to hear what he really had to say. But guess what, mama? That same person I didn't want to listen to is now a chairman 250. That same person I didn't want to listen to is now a chairman 100. But mama, I had $1 million at my fingertips. I had $1 million at my fingertips. Mama, I had $1 million at my fingertips, brother, sister. See, my little sister, and we're going to hop off, or I'm going to be done. My little sister, she graduated from Clark. As you guys know, the schools went out, and they lost their jobs. Guess who rent was paid? Mine. What was I going to tell my little sister? Oh, sis, I didn't take the $1 million at my fingertips seriously, so we got to figure some stuff out. We got to call my mama. Dang, COVID came around. Ooh, goodness, sis. I didn't know COVID was going to happen. I didn't know the recession was going to happen. I don't care about nothing they say in the news. I got $1 million at my fingertips, and I go 30 for 30. I show up every single day. I make sure every single moment I take advantage of it. I'm helping other people. I'm pouring into other people. You got to want to say that about yourself. This is not the time. Drop your last name again. I don't want you to forget it. If you don't remember nothing I say, Taylor talked about my last name. Taylor talked about my last name. That's what she talked about. She told me that it didn't have nothing to do with that, to not focus on it. Because you can look up 60 days from now. You can look up 90 days from now, and you are going to touch 6 figures. So I appreciate you, Ria. I appreciate you, Sydney. I love you, Tez. You're amazing. You literally changed my life. I will never forget it. And I love you, Wealthy Empire. I love you, Retire Rich. Every single person on this call. I love you guys. I love you guys. Do it for your last name, my last name first.
I just got to pause. I just don't even want to breathe on the mic yet, so just give me a second. Gotta let that thing marinate. Just gotta let it marinate sometimes, man. That was fire. That was fire. Listen, no question as to why she's the chairwoman, excuse me. No question. Success, family, always leaves clues. Do you know that? Success always leaves. Nobody becomes successful without a clue being left as to why they became successful. So her success has left plenty of clues. Show up every single day. What I love the most about what Taylor said is minimize your goal and maximize your service. See, this is my new favorite shirt, and it says, thank you for serving, because service, family, is so important. So we got to minimize the goal, minimize it to the smallest thing, minimize Platinum 1000 to 10 Platinum 150s, however you choose to minimize it, help 3 get 3, whatever the minimize you got to do, but maximize the amount of service that you provide to the marketplace, because that's what it boils down to. So like I always say, family, it's not for me to overcook the grits. I just got one announcement and we're going to be off the line. So let me share my screen real quick, because you thought the heat was over. You thought the heat was done. Man, listen. Wednesday, 5 o'clock, we got Matt Rose on the line. So make sure you tapped in Wednesday for Matt Rosa on the line at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. We got Matt Rose on the line. Master duplicator, master momentum creator. Chairman 750, Matt Rosa. 750 grand a month, Matt Rosa is on the line to talk about how we're going to double up. And that double up going to help you get to LA, because everybody that comes to LA, all 20, 30 people that's going to be there, I guarantee you, within 6 to 8 months after leaving LA, everybody's going to be making 6 figures. That's what that event is for. So you want to be there, family. So screenshot it. Make sure you got it. It'll be floating around in the chats. But Wednesday, 5 p.m., Money Matt Rose is going to be on the line to talk about building an empire, building a successful network of entrepreneurs inside this industry, inside this company. So that means that I will see you guys at the bank. The call will be on the YouTube link here in a few moments. But let's have an amazing week, guys. Minimize your goal, maximize your service. Tay Dollar, thank you so much. We love you. We out.